Corey. Yes, Corey Crawford becomes vintage Crow in Montreal. He keeps his play well in his hometown. 48 shot shutout for the Crow. That was a true goalie win, boys, and the Crow shut the doors and become the brick wall in Montreal. I love seeing it whenever the Crow is in net in Montreal because it always gives me a boost, gives the Hawks a boost of confidence and knowing they should come out with a win. Crow is unbelievable in that stadium in the Bell Center, and he has family out there, so he shows up to play every time he wants to prove the NHL wrong. Showing Crow is better than Price. Since I'm said how many shots Crow faced in tonight's game, let's talk about the shots on net first, because it was only a 2-goal game for the Hawks. So here we go. In the first period, the Hawks had 11 shots to the Canadiens' 13. So the first period, I thought this game would be a back and forth hockey game, and it was looking to be like that, but here we go. In the second period, the Canadiens take advantage of this, where the Hawks had 8 shots to the Canadiens' 17. The shots keep on coming in the third period, though, and not for the Hawks side. In the third period, the Hawks had 5 shots to the Canadiens' 18. Yes, 18 shots to the Montreal Canadiens in the third period. So total shots on net for the Hawks, 24. Canadiens, 48. Great game by Corey Crawford. I have to keep saying that. Okay, so only 2 goals of the game so far. So let's talk about the penalties that the Hawks took in this game, because past few games, the Hawks have been pretty good at not taking the penalties. The Hawks took their most penalties in over a month in this game. They had to face 4 penalty kills in tonight's game, and they have not done that in over a month. Yes, the Hawks killed off 4 power plays to the Montreal Canadiens, who are currently sitting at dead last in the NHL on the penalty kill. The Hawks only had 2 power plays. They looked solid, but they had 1 power play where they were having a difficult time entering into the zone because they got predictable with that push and back entry. I have to say it. That's the thing with it. So in the first, let's go to the goals of the game. So in the first period, it was this back and forth hockey, save after save, goalie duel going in the first. So no goals were scored. Second period, at 3 minutes and 4 seconds into the second period, scored by number 5, Connor Murphy. His 4th of the season, assisted by Dylan Strome and number 12, Alex DeBrincat, to make it a 1-0 Hawks lead. And that was the only goal scored in the second period. And this goal by Murphy was a nice one. Strome sent a beauty of a sauce pass right over to Murphy, and Murphy blasts it past Carey Price, and the Hawks take the lead. Turns out to be that being the game-winning goal. So in the third period we go. At 4:49 in the third period, scored by number 11 from your Blackhawks, Brendan Perlini. His 13th goal of the season, assisted by number 12, Alex DeBrincat. And number 68, Slater Cuckoo, to make it a 2-0 Hawks lead, making that the Hawks win, making that the dagger the Hawks needed on the Montreal Canadiens. That goal from Perlini makes it his 8th goal in 7 games. Yes, 8 goals in 7 games for Brandon Perlini, who, coming to the Hawks, he was just gripping his stick and not doing well at all. So, let's get to the 3 stars of the night, since one of the players I kind of disagree with, even though he played well for them in Montreal, but they gave him the 3rd star, so it doesn't really matter. For the 3rd star of the night, number 31 in net, facing 24 shots, making 22 saves, Carey Price gets the 3rd star of the night for the Montreal Canadiens. And the 2nd star of the night from your Blackhawks, number 12, Alex DeBrincat, with 2 assists in the game, big, and had a big game to show it. The cat shows up and he prevails for the 2nd star of the night. And here we go. We all know it. From your Blackhawks, number 50, with 48 shots faced, making 48 saves for the shutout, Corey Crawford gets the 1st star of the night and should get the 1st star of the night throughout the NHL. I'm saying it right now. Crow showed up in his hometown and played a unbelievable game. He had a highlight reel save on one in the 2nd period that looked like vintage Crow. I loved it. This was a game the Hawks haven't had all season. A goalie win, and Crow prevailed and got us this big victory over the Montreal Canadiens. I was having so much fun watching this game. Yes, I know I didn't have a live stream, but the factor was I was at work, can't do that at work. I was able to watch the game though. This game being a win in Montreal makes it our 5th in a row for giving the Hawks their 5th win in a row. Good for the Hawks. Keeping us in this playoff push is the fact that Crow is back and he's playing to vintage Crow form. The last 3 games, going into tonight's game, the previous 3 games Crow was in net. He only allowed 1 goal in each of the 3 games. And he just got a shutout. Crow is back. Yes, Crow is back. He was a brick wall, and he's showing that he's back and healthy again. Let's hope that keeps up. But I'm loving how this was a game the Hawks needed a true goalie win, because anytime Hawks go to Montreal, it tends to be a goalie win when Corey Crawford's in net. So, down in the comments below, I want to hear what your takes are from the Montreal native Corey Crawford's 48 save shutout over the Canadiens in tonight's game, because this was a big one. And Nimmer, you called it, bud, in the comments earlier for the preview. You called it. And this was I was saying Crow was going to be having a big game tonight, and he showed up as well. I did not say shutout because I did not want to jinx it at all. And Nimmer, you called it for saying shutout. Okay. Thank you for watching the broadcast. I know you enjoyed the outcome. Hawks win 2-0 over the Montreal Canadiens. And most of all, Corey.